trouble. The ship was heading back to Iran after naval exercises in India. It comes one day after a U.S. submarine torpedoed an Iranian warship off Sri Lanka's coast, killing at least 84 people. Manel Fernandez reports from the port city of Galle.
And today kicks in a lot of the procedures connected to the survivors, the 32 Iranian Navy personnel that were rescued in the international waters just outside the coast of Galle, southern Sri Lanka. There's also the sort of judicial proceedings with regards to the 87 bodies that were recovered in Navy search and rescue operations. Currently, the additional magistrate of Galle is inside the National Hospital behind me to conduct that magisterial inquiry. This is very much part of procedures. We are still waiting to hear what the next steps are, but that's what's happening. Yesterday, very much the sort of initial reactions we heard from the Navy, as well as saw the bodies of those recovered being brought here. Let's take a look. Ambulances screeched through Galle, Sri Lanka's coastal tourist hub, bringing survivors from the Iranian naval frigate Iris Dina to hospital. 32 sailors were rescued by the Sri Lanka Navy and Air Force after a distress call was received from the frigate around 40 kilometers off the coast.
We saved a group who were floating in the water. After investigation and questioning, it became clear they were a crew belonging to an Iranian vessel, and they needed medical attention.
Rescue crews scoured the waters for survivors, but sources said there were no visible signs of the frigate or debris. Early reports of a torpedo or submarine strike could not be confirmed for several hours, until this.
In fact, yesterday, in the Indian Ocean, and we'll play it on the screen there, an American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters. Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo.
The frigate and two other Iranian ships were returning from the International Fleet Review 2026, a multinational naval gathering attended by 54 countries in Visakhapatnam in India. The United States says this is the first sinking of an enemy ship by torpedo since World War II. Back at the hospital in Galle, the arrival of more than 80 bodies recovered from the water. Nearby facilities were cleared to accommodate the dead. Iran's ambassador to Sri Lanka told Al Jazeera the remains of the sailors will be repatriated. The grim task of dealing with the dead. But for many of those involved in this incident, lots of questions remain to be answered. Manel Fernandez, Al Jazeera, Galle, southern Sri Lanka.